Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. And what you're looking at now, it's Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain on Xbox One X. And resolution-wise, the source resolution is still the same. It's 900p upscaled to 4K, but it's a really good upscale. It looks really good. I do notice on every game that I try, I do notice that the Anti Aliasing, it's much smoother on the Xbox One X. And this game, obviously, it's in no shortage of that. Pretty much every game you boot up, even if it's not enhanced, you always will have smoother, jagged edged lines, okay? Like you can see it right here. They're much smoother, jagged edged lines here, okay? So it looks a little bit better. But in terms of resolution, nothing has changed. It's still 900p being upscaled to 4K, but it's a pretty good upscale, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. The V has come too. All right, so we're waiting for the Metal Gear Phantom Pain to start. There it is. There's the menu button. And this is my whole point I'm trying to come across with this Xbox One X console. Even though this game it's not enhanced, you're still getting some benefits because you're using a better processing on Anti Aliasing, and Anti Aliasing can really smoothen out those edges in the game so they look a little bit better, okay? And you get much better loading time and a little bit better performance. But that's a pretty cool thing, that even your old games will look a little bit better, all right? Even the games that are not enhanced, so that's a pretty cool bonus. Anyway, let's continue. Now, I would recommend that you guys play a PC version or PlayStation 4 Pro version, but hey, if you have Xbox One X, it still looks pretty good. All right, this is the Awakening, the Prologue. This is a very long prologue. I won't be able to play throughout the entire thing, but
Can you hear me? Are you having difficulty speaking? Can you move your head?
I don't know if you guys can see it.
If you can hear me.
I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but you can see like how the jagged edged lines are smoothing out a little bit here. You see, like right here, they're much smoother. I mean, they're still
Up, please.
they're still present, but they're more smoother. What I'm trying to say, you can still see them, but they're much smoother. That's due to the anti aliasing that's being heavily used. Okay, yes.
Please follow my instructions.
Yes, Dr. Oz, we will follow your instructions.
Look up.
Sure. There we go.
Very good.
Okay.
How do you feel now? Can you speak?
This is nothing worse
What is
than
your name?
nothing worse when you have doctors asking you how do you feel after you just went through some heavy surgery. Like, Jesus Christ, how do you think I feel? Here, I'm gonna enter my name. Put down Mr. 4K. Mr. 4K. Upscaler. And enter. Oh, okay. So, birthday, Mr. Cupscaler. How about that, Mr. Cupscaler? All right. Put it. Here we go. April 15th. We'll put it right here. April, and there you go, Mr. Cupscaler.
Good. Now then. Please try to relax. There is plenty of time.
I don't know if you guys can see it or not,
I
but
need to tell you something. Please listen and try not
playing this on the Xbox One VCR or the Xbox One S, you know, it's still gonna look great, but having the Xbox One X keep those jagged edged lines smooth and keep them smooth a little bit, smoothen them out. It does help a little bit of with the visuals. All right, it's not like a huge step up, but it's definitely a little bit better, smoother visuals. One week after
What
awakening.
do you think?
You see what I'm saying? Now, is Anti Aliasing really that important?
1 week since you came to.
To me personally, it is. It is important because it definitely,
Yes.
with upscale to 4K, it definitely makes the image look a little bit better when you're playing this game.
Your muscle mass through massages, CPL therapy, and EMS. Now, I need to explain something, but you must be allowed. 9 years ago, you were injured in an explosion. Upon examination, we discovered 100.
You see how smooth everything is,
In addition to
even on the hair works.
also found
The edged lines are much smoother. That's because of that processing that's being used of Anti Aliasing,
removed.
and of course the upscale definitely helps.
Still remain. They are located.
But graphically, there are no any other enhancements here. Everything else is the same. Only difference you will see, it's obviously the anti-aliasing and much better upscaling, obviously. And the loading time, it's almost non-existent, honestly. It's pretty fast.
But even if we were to extract it, you would most likely suffer a brain hemorrhage. Mental and physical impairment are unavoidable. However, your current status is not life-threatening. One more thing. This X-ray is on your upper body. You go and look now. Best to understand your situation sooner than later. I know it's difficult, but please look down. It's best to see with your own eyes. Be brave.
All right, so this is where he gets to goes into the state of shock because he just find out he lost his arm or his hand, whatever's left of it. Honestly, I never liked this part of the game because it reminds me of the hospital and doctors, and I'm not a huge fan of hospitals and doctors. Even though I have a lot of respect for doctors, but man, you know, it just sucks being in there.
It's true. There are those who wish you would never working out. You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive.
So as you can see, it looks good
It's a wide open world.
for
So
what it's
there's
worth it,
something we need to take care of first.
but don't expect any kind of like drastic difference, and you shouldn't, because it's not a enhanced version. Obviously, once they do a enhanced version, you will see a little bit better, you know, graphical enhancements. All right, but you have to remember one thing that kills this game here. It's the 900p resolution, source resolution. Or even though upscale, and the only thing that's making this game a little bit better than the Xbox One S and the 2013 version of the console, it's the fact that it's using a heavy Anti Aliasing to smooth those edges, and then of course the upscale. But other than that, there's nothing major here going on. So there you have it, guys. Like I said, Metal Gear Solid 5, it's not like a huge drastic difference between the Xbox One S and the 2013 version, but there are some minor benefits of, you know, faster loading time, a little bit better performance, smoother edges due to anti-aliasing, and of course upscale to 4K. So there you have it. Until they start patching up this game, don't expect anything major. Alright guys, have a good one. Take care.